Jess left The Young and the Restless, she made a life-changing decision and headed east to star on One Life to Live. Well, fans couldn't be happier. Take a look.
Don't worry about anything, okay? Don't worry about me because I will be just fine. And I want you to know that when you fall asleep, you feel something quiet way back in your mind. That's me. That's me. Listening to you breathe.
Oh, please welcome back from One Life to Live, Heather Tom.
First of all, beautiful dress. Number one. That's gorgeous.
Gorgeous. You were dressed so beautifully. Yeah. Beautifully. That was quite a scene.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, that was last year, and we had the whole baby storyline, and I found a baby, and then I had to give it back.
Yeah, that's intense. You are a phenomenal actress, first of all.
Thank you.
Just wanted to put that out there. You are phenomenal.
Really, to take a new role on like you have and make it your own so quickly.
I've had a great time. You know, the people at One Life to Live have just been awesome, and they've really allowed me to kind of do my own thing with the role, which I think is really important when you go step into someone else's shoes. Yeah. And I've had so much fun. Well, Kelly's a blast. She's so, like, kind of crazy.
She's very different than Victoria.
Yeah.
Victoria is very, you know, strong and very controlled, and Kelly's more, well, describe Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly kind of flies by the seat of her pants, and she just, you know, she goes whichever way the wind blows, and, you know, she's smart, but she's smart in a different way than Victoria. Victoria was very, like, at least the way I saw Victoria. Somebody else playing her now, and her take could be completely different. Yeah. But, you know, the way I saw her, she was very, very, you know, in control, businesswoman.
Very linear, too.
Yes, very, very much so. And Kelly is just, she's all over the place. And it's nice to have something to work with. She's very, very impulsive, and so any choice you make can be the right one. Right. So that's...
You just go by instinct.
Yeah.
And how's New York been? I mean, it must be a big change. You've been here for so long, and then to move to New York.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I love New York. I'm having so much fun there. Doing tons of theater and just...
Because that was one of your big goals. You wanted to do a lot. You moved to New York and you wanted to do a lot of theater.
Allergy season.
I know. Oh, my God. That's the one thing I will say. Allergies in New York have been insane.
Oh, really?
And it's been crazy. I've never had allergies before, and now all of a sudden I'm like...
Well, it probably has to do with the car smog and all
and the pollen levels.
All that. Now, tell us about Primate.
Oh, okay.
Was that the first play that you did?
Yeah, that was the first play in New York. I did 5 shows last year.
Was that your first time on Broadway?
First time on Broadway, yes, for like 5 seconds. And,
you know what? That's an incredible feat.
It sure is.
Yeah, we had
I'm very proud of.
We had a great time. It was a very, very risky show. And, you know, I mean, that's the great thing about doing theater is that you can kind of take really, really bold risks and just, you know, go for it.
And fans probably wouldn't have recognized you in Primate.
No, I was very different. It's a very dark, kind of ugly character, and I had body piercings and tattoos and all kinds of stuff. So
that's incredible.
Crazy.
And you did 5 of these?
I did 5 shows last year, and I just finished a new show in New York, and I'm going to start another one in September.
Really?
How?
So yeah, I mean it's been awesome. I like to work 24 hours a day. Everyone at One Life is like going, "What are you doing?" But it's been really, really great.
Now tell us about the very last project you did in theater.
I did a new show called Happy Hour by John Luton, and it was we workshopped it in New Jersey. Again, kind of a dark show. It's very funny at first, and then it takes a turn about midway through and kind of hopefully catches the audience by surprise. So.
Well, listen, we got to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Coming up next, Heather reveals why she may be responsible for Kelly Ripa's success. Later, learn how to turn...
So now you spent all this time time in Los Angeles. Now you're in New York for the past year. Would you consider yourself a New Yorker now, or are you adjusted?
Yeah, I feel very at home in both places. I kind of come back and forth. I have a house here. My boyfriend's still here. So, yeah, I do feel the city, though. I love it, and I love being out and being with people, and you know, it's a different kind of vibe, because here you're so isolated in your car, your house, and there you have no choice but to be in contact with people every day.
And don't you find you're out all the time in New York and you're home all the time here?
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
what I think about.
Yeah, here I'm like, why should I leave the house? You know, come on over, we'll cook, we'll have a dinner party. You know, there, no one wants to come to my apartment.
Yeah, because the apartments are so tiny and so expensive.
I mean, they're tiny. I live in 650 square feet. I had people over the other day, and it was just like I was sitting in my living room going, this doesn't work. Yeah. We're on top of each other. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
So you have to go out. Now, you just bought your first apartment a year ago, correct? Which is an unbelievable accomplishment in New York, because it's such a harrowing process going through it.
Yeah.
Is it? Why? What do you have to do? What do you have to go through?
Well, I'm in a co-op, so I had to get with my co-op board. They made me fly James out so they could meet him.
Your boyfriend?
Yes. Yeah. No, we've been together for 7.5 years, so we're not, you know, breaking up anytime soon. But I kept on going, well, what if I get another boyfriend? Are they going to want to weigh in on that one?
When I went to go buy a place in New York, I had to do the same thing, and they went, you know what, Madonna tried to get in here, and we wouldn't let her in. And I went, well, then there's no way I'm getting in here.
It is an idea.
Yeah, it's a real process.
The cool thing about New York, though, that I don't see as much in L.A. is you constantly have interaction with fans in New York.
Yeah.
Because you see them. You're walking down the street more.
Yeah, you're constantly around people. And so, I was with my mother on the subway, and this one fan came up where she said, has anyone ever told you you look like Heather Tom? And I'm like, yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, I've been told that. and she's like, oh, you're much thinner than she is.
Now, are you a superstitious girl?
Yes.
Would you consider yourself superstitious?
I'm very superstitious. I have all kinds of rules.
You do?
Yes.
Tell us.
Well, I believe that deja vu means that you're in the right place at the right time.
Cool.
That's a good thing.
That's good.
I subscribe to all of the old ones, like bad luck comes in threes, and don't go anywhere near Black Cat. Never whistle in the theater.
Right.
Never say the Scottish play in the theater.
That's right.
What never say the Scottish play in the theater? I never heard that.
Oh, yes. Never say that. Never whistle in the theater.
Yeah.
And where does break a leg come from?
Break a leg. I'm also a font of useless information. And break a leg, basically the curtains that were on stage that the actresses walked through to get onto the stage were called legs. And so you broke a leg every time you walk into the stage.
I didn't
know
you
have to say that instead of good luck. Good luck is not good. So,
okay, so first tell me, what do you do when a black cat does cross you? Because I need to know this.
Okay. You spit twice, and you say the S word. And and loudly.
There you go.
Wow. Yes. Toot. Yes.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. So, but if you can, I would just turn around and go the opposite direction and my boyfriend is the same way.
He's very superstitious. Well, because I read a story when you won your second Emmy, just before you won your second Emmy, your sister had given you magic dust.
Magic dust. Yes.
What's magic dust?
Yeah, tell us about that.
I'll give you some magic dust.
Oh, I'll take a little magic dust.
Throw it all over.
Okay, last person I gave magic dust to was Kelly Ripa.
Really?
Yes.
Can I get a little more?
I would like some of my magic dust back from her, because I think I gave her too much magic dust. But, so...
Yeah, that's a good person. So your sister gave it to you, and you won the Emmy.
And I won the Emmy. I didn't have any magic dust this year.
Yeah, well, that's it.
But we passed all these things.
That's great fun. I love that.
Well, Heather, thank you so much for joining us.